So you want to know what it's like to wake up, purely wake up, when you're building a new company? I'll show you. iPad, phone, computer, work phone, emails, text messages, the whole shebang. I currently am traveling, and the place that we wake up isn't so shabby. First thing I'm gonna do is get some food. We've got the beach right down there. This is a great little place. Surrounded by nature. There's no real parties or anything here, so it's a good place if you just kind of want to sit, relax, and for me, focus. For some people, they just kind of sit down and do nothing, but I can't do that. Okay, so now that we got a little breakfast, went and did some of the morning things, we might be having a little bit of a problem. So yesterday was a good day, fairly productive on my end. I know the developer is working, but we haven't heard from one of the core people that we need to hear from since Thursday. It's currently Tuesday morning. Now, it's not abnormal for people to take the weekend off. Like, of course they can. But we've got a couple of upcoming things that we actually need to get done. How do I put this lightly? It's one thing if you manage expectations and you say, hey, I'm not going to be able to get this done. It's another thing entirely when you just kind of ghost. Now, this happens incredibly rarely, but when I have seen this happen before, it's often an indication that someone isn't necessarily the person that you need in that specific role. It means that there's something off with their commitment, there's something off with their personal life. It could be any number of things. Now, right now, we're at the point in the process where we all have other jobs. Right? We haven't made enough money. The business that we're currently trying to build isn't making enough money where we can go full time on this. So I totally understand that all of us have other obligations and things that we're working on. And I mean, to be fair, the person that we're talking about has a girlfriend and it's getting more serious. And here's the thing, life will happen, right? Like being an entrepreneur, there's so many people out there that will tell you like, it's everything that you have to do. It should be your entire life. And that's the only way to succeed. I've seen people succeed having partners, having children, having all kinds of things. Your job doesn't have to be the number one thing in your life. I mean, it's definitely got to be important to you, but it doesn't have to be the number one thing. So I totally understand that people have other priorities and other things that they need to. Heck, I do too. The thing that's giving me a little bit of pause is this person is normally incredibly reliable. And when things like this happen, it's often a strong indication that they just don't want to say that something is off. So I woke up early this morning, sent a text, said essentially, hey man, what's going on? Is everything okay? Like, are you safe? Are you happy? Like, what's happening? Like, it's unlike you to go off for multiple days at a time. Let's chat today and see what happens. Hopefully we get a response, because I think that there's a few good things coming down the pike that would ultimately benefit and interest this person. But it is a weird gut feeling when you think someone is about to say that they can't work on the business anymore. And that will happen in the early days. Until you're out like making money, people will constantly say like, hey, I'd love to be involved. Hey, I'd love to do this. Hey, I'd love to do that. Until the rubber meets the road and they realize that they actually have to do work for no guarantee that it's going to work out for them financially. And to an extent, I get it, right? Everyone wants to get paid. Everyone's out trying to get their own and make sure that they're taken care of and they can take care of their family and friends and all that kind of stuff. Doesn't necessarily mean it's good for team cohesion. But as I said earlier, you have to accept people for kind of where they are. But we're supposed to have our team meeting later this week, so hopefully we can sit down and kind of hammer a few things out and make sure that we're all on the right path. By the way, the beaches in Mallorca are amazing. I'm talking crystal blue waters, amazing sand beaches, and it could be pebble beaches. Like it's got a lot of different variety in terms of beaches. If you guys have a chance, I highly recommend you visit.